Now what you will find is, initially you're going to have a cover here with 2 screws in it. You'll remove those 2 screws, and behind that you're going to find some insulation like you see right here on the floor, and there's the back side of the cover that came off the bottom. Once you pull that insulation out of there, normally you're going to also find a little plastic strip. Let's see if it's underneath there. No, it's right here. Okay, this will also be sitting inside here, and I'll take the other one off so you can see how it is. It just slides behind that bracket there, right here, and covers that up, and then the insulation goes back on top of that, and then this cover here goes on top of that. The 2 screws hold it in place. So you'll have to remove that to get to the element and the thermostat, which is right there. Good. Like I said, this is your thermostat. Also down below that, way up underneath here, there's a little dial indicator right here, and you can change the thermostat setting. If it's making too much hot water, you can turn it down. If it's not hot enough, crank this clockwise, you can get more heat out of it. Now you'll do the same thing up on the top element. They're both almost identical. Some may be a little like a 3500 watt, some may be 4500 watt, but it'll tell you that on the end of it. So, you know, keep that in mind when you're swapping them out, or if you need to replace one. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in there and kill the voltage to it, and we're going to check the resistance on it and see if the element itself is any good. Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to test the heating element in a hot water heater. Now what we're going to be working on today is a GE, and it is an old hot water heater that was manufactured back in 2011. So I've had this old heater for some time. It's a 50-gallon hot water heater, and the upper element is actually 4500/3380. The lower element is 4500/3380 as well. You got a total of 4500/3380. So combined, that's what you're getting. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test the voltage going into the hot water heater itself. We need to make sure that we got voltage coming in. If you don't have voltage coming in, it makes no difference if the element is good or bad. So let's check the voltage. Again, set it to volts. And you're going to take the black one, once you got it set on volts, and you're going to put it to the outside housing of the element itself. Then you'll take the red one and touch one side of the screw. 125.4. Good voltage. Check the opposite side, the red wire, 125.4. So we got to combine, roughly say 240 volts going into the hot water heater. The element has plenty of power to it, so it should be working fine when it comes to electricity and voltage going into it. Next step of it, what we're going to do is we're going to take and ohm this out in the next part of the video to let you know if the actual element itself is good or bad. Well guys, I think you can see what I'm up against. I'm in a corner here where it's pretty dark. I got a light sitting on top of this thing here. I got the camera set down low. I'm right-handed. I'm working from the left-hand side, so I'm at a deficit to start with. But anyhow, back to what I was saying before. I cut the video to go get a bungee cord to hang this meter up here so that you could actually see it. Sorry about that, but we'll continue now. Make sure you got the meter set to ohms, which is that little squiggly mark right there, that little like a headset for, you know, your headphones when you're jamming out with music. And then go ahead and come in here. Doesn't make any difference if you put left, right, right, left. As you see there, it's 12.1, 12.0. What we're looking for is anything between 10 and 16 on an average. If you got anything outside of that variation, that means this heating element is junk. When you take it out of there, which you can do with the special socket, you pull this big thing, you take these 2 wires loose and spin this thing counterclockwise until it comes out of there. You'll see the element itself. Now I'll get you a shot of a brand new element so you see what I'm talking about. Now this is a shot of a heating element. Now keep in mind, this is not for this particular unit. I had this one sitting on the shelf for about the last 2 years, and you can tell by the price of it, I don't think you'll find them at cheap anymore. But for some obvious reason, this thing was sitting on a shelf, and I decided to pull it down so you can see what a heating element looks like, or what you should expect when you take it out of this hot water heater. There's the end of it. Basic setup are all the same on them. You got a big nut here, and there's your threads. It takes a special socket that goes over this. Let me see if I have one of those. Well, it's your lucky day and mine too. I did have one of them sockets. I've never used it yet, but sooner or later it'll come in handy. This is used to take the element out of the hot water heater. Looks like to me all you do, put you a screwdriver or something round through these two holes and spin it counterclockwise.